Avian flu has been detected in Wisconsin for the first time since 2015, threatening the state's poultry industry.
So how serious is this latest outbreak and what other birds are at risk? Professor Adel Talaat, an animal expert in animal vaccines, joins us now. So
welcome.
Yeah, thanks for being on.
Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So what if any risks does avian flu have on like the backyard chickens or the chicken population?
Definitely they constitute a significant risk on these backyard birds because they can carry the disease and they can transmit the disease to the owners. So it is a serious risk.
So should you be bringing them inside, or what should the average backyard chicken farmer do?
So first, I mean, so far we don't have, I mean, there are some cases here in Wisconsin, but it is not widespread. So far, just be very careful. Do not try to get new birds and do not move birds from place to place. And be very careful when you handle the chickens. Like, for example, make sure that you wash your hands and you don't come play with them these days. And if you notice any sign of a disease, like they're getting sick, they're not eating well, or there is some bird death, you really need to contact the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of farmers have had to euthanize their chickens, reduce the population. Is any of that helping?
Yes, definitely, because this disease is an air transmission disease. So if you stop the cycle of transmission, you can stop the disease. So definitely, once there is a flock with a problem of avian flu, definitely, if we depopulate this flock, we usually can be able to stop the disease from spreading.
Is there any other way to stop it? Are there vaccines?
Definitely, there are some vaccines. We are working on one, and there are so many other folks who are also working on vaccines, but none of them were licensed for to be given to persons at that stage.
So how is it coming into our state?
It's mainly through migratory birds, usually waterfowls. There are birds migrate in certain pathways, and the Atlantic flyway is basically the source for this kind of waterfowl infected with avian flu. Yep.
You know, I imagine this is very, very devastating for farmers or you know, anyone who has to do this. Are there ways to prevent this in the future?
Definitely, following the strict biosecurity measures, not allowing getting any contaminated equipment or people moving between farms, and be very careful when there is any sign of a disease, especially with this avian flu. You really need to notify the authorities.
Are humans at risk?
So far, it's very low risk. We don't have any cases of human infection from birds with avian flu, but it could happen. There are some other countries of the world where they have this big problem. We have some mortalities, but not the United States, mainly in other countries.
And I noticed at the zoo here, they isolated like the penguins and the flamingos, just out of precaution?
Yeah, definitely. It's out of extreme precautions because these valuable birds, and they can get infected with avian flu, so they have to be very careful. Yeah.
Is it seasonal? Is this a wave? Or
it's mainly usually during the winter months, and so far it's been seasonal because this disease is not endemic in our state yet. Hopefully it's never going to be established here. So every now and then, the last outbreak was 2016. So hopefully we don't see it anymore often.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Professor, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you
Great
very much.
information.
Thank you very much.